Joan of Arc, B1 English Story. Joan of Arc was a young girl who lived in France during a time of war. She came from a small village, and her family worked hard on the land. At that time, France was fighting a long and difficult war against England. Many towns were destroyed, and people lived in fear and uncertainty. Joan was young, but she was known for her strong character. She was deeply religious and spent a lot of time praying and thinking. One day, while she was alone, Joan began to hear voices. These voices spoke to her clearly and gave her a mission. The voices told her that she had to help France. They told her to support the king and lead the country to victory. At first, Joan was confused and frightened. She did not understand why she was chosen. However, the voices continued, and she began to trust them. After some time, Joan decided to act. She believed the voices came from God and that she had an important role to play. Joan traveled across France to meet the king. The journey was dangerous, but she did not give up. When she finally met the king, Joan explained everything. She spoke with confidence and conviction. The king listened carefully and was impressed. In the end, the king decided to trust her. He gave her armor, a horse, and permission to join the army. Joan wowed with the soldiers and quickly gained their respect. Her courage inspired them, and they began to believe they could win. Under her leadership, the French army won several important battles. Joan became famous, and people saw her as a symbol of hope. Sadly, Joan's success did not last forever. She was captured by her enemies and taken far away. While she was in prison, Joan suffered greatly. She was alone, afraid, and questioned for her beliefs. Joan died when she was still young. Her life was short, but her actions left a deep mark on history. Today, Joan of Arc is remembered around the world. She represents courage, faith, and the power of belief.
Comprehension questions.
Who was Joan of Arc? Joan of Arc was a young French girl who lived during a time of war. What was happening in France at the time? France was fighting a long war against England. What did Joan hear, and what did the voices tell her? Joan heard voices that told her to help France and support the king. Why was Joan afraid at first? She was afraid because she did not understand why she was chosen. How did the king react when he met Joan? The king listened to her and decided to trust her. How did the soldiers feel about Joan? The soldiers respected her and felt inspired by her courage. What happened to Joan in the end? She was captured by her enemies and died when she was young. Why do people remember Joan of Arc today? People remember her as a symbol of courage, faith, and belief.